Yes, yesterday smoothly. We're going to continue today, and it's a very beautiful Murli because Baba we talk about the very important aspect, and that is the faith. And Baba did talk about different kinds of faith. So, what were those four faiths? Faith in the self, faith in the family, faith in Brahma, and faith in Baba. And Baba also gave a very beautiful definition of what does faith mean. Does anyone recall what does faith mean? Faith. Baba gave the definition that faith means victory. And those who are a faithful intellect, there is always this success. And he also talked about the family. Very, I really liked because he really highlighted that part of family, the faith in family, because that's where the whole drama comes into play, right? Because different sanskaras he was talking. And continuation with that, he did talk about that, with other religious founders, they came and just established the religion. But when Baba comes, when he comes, he just not established the religion, but he also established the kingdom. And that's where we have to have sanskar, ras, milan, because that's very important in order to establish a kingdom. We will continue from yesterday's Murli. And I think the point within a family, someone may have bad sanskara. In this way, each one should check the self. Within a family, someone may have bad sanskaras in some respect, but what are your sanskaras? If seeing the bad sanskaras of someone else, your sanskara also become bad, then you too have become bad. The bad also spoils the bad. It's very much like recently Baba was saying in the Avyak Murli, that it's very much on this spoil part. That when you are wrong, how can you correct someone who's wrong? A wrong can't correct wrong. At the time of establishment, Bap Dada has looked after 350 to 400 altogether. At present, no one has a family living together like that. Okay, you may have different duties, but that is a duty. And in a family, there are duties. An ordinary family, ordinary duty, you spend the day in ordinary way. It is not like that. This is a unique and lovely family. To be disturbed in this, and then you give the excuse that it happened because that one did that, that happened because that one did that. However, did the father not have to face any opposition? There were those who went away. Was that not opposition? It's really against, they really stood against Baba. So that is opposition. Even then, though some went away, the fathers say, send them totally and try to call them back. That's being the sign of really humble soul. Serve them and remind them. So do you have to pass in having all four types of faith, or just 3 or 2? You have to claim number 1. For this, though the preparation for destructions are made, destruction is still waiting to take place. Nature comes to the Father. Baba often reminds that the elements come to the Father. Nature comes to the Father. Nature, the elements say, now the burden is too much. Do we hear, sometimes Baba says that, do we hear the cries of the soul? But can we hear that how much the element, the nature is in pain. So the element nature says, now the burden is too much. Even the elements wants to be liberated from the burden. Maya also says, I know that my part is now about to finish, but there are such children in the Brahmin family who become my companions over trivial matters. They make me sit down with them. We might offer chai and all that, right? So they make me sit down with them. In bringing about your own kingdom, faith in these four things is still a percentage. And this is why time is also waiting. However, both Maya and nature are ready. They are ready, but are we ready? Now speak. Should Baba give them an order? If the children are not ever ready, should Baba give an order to Maya and nature? Should he? Raise your hands. Are you ready? Do not raise your hands just like that. Because whenever we raise our hands, definitely test comes. Do you raise your hands just like that? A test will come. A paper will come. Are you ever ready? Now Bap Dada has the hope in each child that you finish Kaise, how, and instead say essay, like this. Not how should I do it? How will it happen? Instead, it is like this. Not what shall I do, but do it like this. But when will you satisfy this hope? Baba has this pure hope. So I'm asking, when will you satisfy this hope? How much time do you need? Everyone has to become ready. If you are ready and have put up your hands up, then what is your duty? To make one another equal to yourself. Those of you who have raised your hands, are you able to make others like yourself? Are you able to make the family ready? Raise your hands for this. Are you able to do this? Okay, how much time do you need? Baba really is wanting an answer. How much time do you need? 1 year? How much time do you need? Again, Baba saying, how much time do you need? How much time do you need? It's God Himself really repeating this question. Teachers, you should say how much time you need. Pandavas speak. You raise your hand, so how much time do you need? This is a family, and so you do have to give cooperation in a family. You cannot cut yourself from the family. You are not going to leave the family. You have to live here, and so you will have to get the family ready, will you not? It's a personal responsibility. It's not just about us, it's about taking everyone together. In worldly life too, when they had good intellects, not nowadays, they used to be cooperative with one another and make them move ahead. They would consider the village to be their family. So this is the Alokik family. The conflict that arises, the Maya that comes, it all comes in family situations, in relationships. Waste thoughts arise in connection with relationships. So will those who raise their hands speak? Someone speak. Give them the mic. I'm guessing it would be definitely lovely to see this video, especially this line, and see Baba's expression. Sometimes we really, from a very loving teacher, he gets into the really serious topic and he's really wanting the answer. But someone speak, give them the mic. Someone said, we will accomplish this during this season. So those who are with him, raise your hands. Take a photograph of this. Teachers, this season you will give one another your cooperation. Make each other move forward and fulfill the Father's hope, will you not? Is that okay? Raise your hands for this. You raise your hands and please Baba. It is good. The Father says, one strength, one support. It's really the highlight, that one strength and one support. If you have both these things, then what is not possible? We saw the clip of Radhi Janki just now, and she was saying, make it happen, right? So if there is one strength, one support, then what is not possible? The Father played his part of establishment for such a short time. Now all have become knowledgeful. You have also become double light. Bap Dada knows that you have to pay a little attention to the subject. Earlier too, Baba gave you the homework that at least one center should become free from obstacles. After the center, a zone can become that. Let alone a zone. Each city, any city, Delhi, Ahmedabad, Calcutta, any one city can become free from obstacles. And this is in direct connection, right, with the family, the faith in the family. Because Babaji talked about it, obstacle comes, clashes happens in a family, with difference in scars. So even if Calcutta alone becomes free from obstacles, any one city can become free from obstacles. Even if Calcutta alone becomes free from obstacles, there are those from Calcutta and Delhi sitting here. And those whose turn it is this time. Karnataka. All the teachers from Karnataka are sitting here. If each center of Karnataka and all those in connection with the center were to become one, Bap Dada would give that zone, that city, a prize. Baba would give a good prize. He's a really good teacher, you know? He really motivates. Someone should just become an instrument and demonstrate this. The main centers and the centers connected with those. The whole family definitely has to become one. But as yet, that result has not been achieved. Okay, those from Madhuban raise their hands. That is good. How can you not achieve? However, you will have to do it. Is that okay? Do you like it? Do you all like it? However, before this season, Bap Dada told you this 3 or 4 times in the previous season. Can you hear me better now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay.
Yes, it's better now.
Okay.
Thank you.
No problem. Do you all like it? However, before this season, Bap Dada told you this 3 or 4 times in the previous season. But no one has yet given that result. Do you think that this is going to happen suddenly too? Okay, it may happen suddenly, but Bap Dada has told you that practice over a long period of time is needed. Most Murli Baba always highlight this line, practice over a long period of time. Lambe kal ka abhyas. Because only then will you claim a right for a long period of time. Whatever amount of practice, whatever time, it's directly connected to the fruit that we're going to receive in the future. So what are we going to do now? Make the fire of deep love intense. You definitely have to do it. In this, all of you have passed within one thing. Those who think that you have 100% love for Baptada in your heart, raise your hands. We definitely all pass in that subject. 100%. Raise your hands high. So, what is the return of love? The return of love is to become equal, to become complete, to become perfect. So, the return of love is to become equal, to become complete, to become perfect. It's a really good journey to think what does it mean to become equal, complete, and perfect. Because they all sound somewhere similar, but there's a difference. So Bap Dada is now going to show you one drill. All of you say that you have love for both Bap and Dada. You raise your hands. It would be number wise. But you raise your hands and so Bap Dada believes you. You have love for both, do you not? You have love for the Father Brahma and Father Shiva. You have love for both, do you not? I really like this trick of Baba. For a very good way, that until he don't get the answer, he don't move forward. Raise your hands. Acha. You have love for both. Very good. Thank you. Okay, you wish to become equal to both. Do not raise your hands, but nod. Acha. And he's really like a magician. When he's in front of you and anything and everything he say, you just want to agree. And it's later on that you realize that, wow, you have love for both. And Father Shiva is incorporeal, right? And Father Brahma is an angel. He's an angel, is he not? So, not from tomorrow, but from today, from now. During the whole day, you have love for both. And so sometimes practice the incorporeal stage the same as the incorporeal father. Follow father. Then sometimes become an angel, not the corporeal Brahmin form. You are Brahmins anyway. You may perform actions, but while performing actions, stay in the angelic form, and the burden of action will not influence you in any way. I really like that when we are in our angelic form, actions stay in the angelic form and the burden of actions will not influence you in any way. You have love for Father Brahma and he performed all types of actions. He became an instrument. And how many burdens did Father have? None of you have as many burdens. Is there anyone who has a burden or responsibility greater than that of Father Brahma? Then raise your hands. None of you are raising your hands. So, while fulfilling so much responsibility, what was Father Brahma like while carrying out all his tasks? Even in performing actions, he was in the angelic form, was he not? So you too have love for Father Brahma. So practice sometimes staying in the angelic form and sometimes in the incorporeal stage. Saying Brahma Baba became an angel, the same as Father Brahma, and remembering the incorporeal Father Shiva become stable in the incorporeal stage. Are you able to do this? Are you able to do this, or is it difficult? Those who are able to do it every now and then, do it every now and then, every now and again, such that it become continuous. Whatever is your daily duty, fix a time according to that. At the very least, every day, become an angel 12 times and stay in the incorporeal stage 12 times. Are you able to do this? So this is going to be our homework from today onwards for at least 1 week, right? That every day will become an angel 12 times and incorporeal stage 12 times. Are you able to do this? It is not difficult, is it? It is easy, is it not? It is easy. Raise your hands. Those who think it is easy, acha, you have to do it. Mm, First, he is asking, easy or difficult? Even if you have said difficult, he said, make this form. You have to do it. Then the aim that you have kept to bring about transformation by the end of this season, it can be possible. If you perform this drill 24 times, then it will become continuous. Then you will be able to accomplish it. Is that all right? Is it possible? Raise your hands. Is it possible? I sometimes really, but when every Baba Milan, when he comes, he really comes with this aim for that day, for this that meeting, and he really accomplish it. The mission that he has come in that period of time, whatever time he spends with the children, it really delivers the message. He makes everyone agree, bring everyone on board, and that's it. It's such a thing with Baba, and we learn so much how it's like a communication skills, how to get everyone on board. Raise your hands, it is possible. Then multi million times congratulations from Bab Dada. Congratulations. However, do not become slack in this. All of you should have the faith that you have to claim number one in this. You are not going to be number wise, but number one, because times time comes to Bab Dada a lot. The elements, before Baba said the nature elements come, now the time comes to Bab Dada a lot. Nature is screaming. When I really heard this line, it's really, that you can feel that how much the nature is in pain. So nature is screaming. It is not able to tolerate the burden. Maya also wishes to bid farewell, but she says, what can I do? Under the influence of their sanskaras, Brahmins perform such actions that they invoke me, and so I'm forced to go. So we can't say that, Maya comes to me, but it is I who is responsible for invoking and making her sit next to me. So what response should Baba give? For this, as time is moving ahead, all of you are seeing the difference in the service too, are you not? Now everyone wants a return of the service. Something should happen. Something should happen. What the Brahma Kumaris used to say is now happening. All right. Previously, they used to speak. Do not speak about destruction. Now they are asking, when will it happen? You give us the date. Now they are willing to listen. Previously, they used to make excuses, and so there is that difference now. You are seeing it practically. And this is why you have to continue to fulfill the promise that you have made to Bap Dada. Is that all right? Bap Dada heard the results of all the news, of all the programs that have taken place. They were good, and the result is also good, filled with a lot of zeal and enthusiasm. Therefore, now have the aim that it has to happen, that you have to do this. Bring completion close. It's very much like when we are on a battlefield. It's like a do or die thing. Do or die. So here also Baba says you have to do it. Bring completion close. When you fluctuate a little, it's a very good line Baba saying that when we fluctuate a little, completion goes a little further away. And that's why we push the time further. You are the ones who have to bring completion close. Because what will time do if those who are going to rule are not ready? Therefore, now stop making excuses or giving reasons. There he's very direct. Put the solution in front. Although only a few of you raised your hands, the aim of all of you is to give the message to those who are suffering in sorrow and to liberate them. You cannot go into liberation without liberating them. So until we don't liberate them, we are not going. So liberate them. The Father has come, and so he will give the inheritance to the children of the whole world, will he not? He will give you the inheritance of liberation in life, but all are the children. He will give them an inheritance too, will he not? So their inheritance is liberation, and your inheritance is liberation in life. Until you give them liberation, you cannot go back either. There's a condition. Until we don't give them the liberation, we cannot go back either. For this, so now he's saying that to liberate them, to liberate us, what we need to do. For this, perform this drill. Which drill? He said corporeal, incorporeal, and angelic. Perform this drill 24 times. Day and night are 24 hours, and you have to do this 24 times. You may sleep at the time for sleeping. Bap Dada is not saying that you must not sleep. Sleep, but increase this during the day. He's not compromising, but he's saying just increase your speed. When you have functions, you work through the whole day. You remain awake, do you not? Acha. Shall I continue? It is the turn of Karnataka zone to do service. Acha. 3/4 of the class is Karnataka. You take a good chance. Bap Dada is pleased that you get permission to come in this turn. So all those servers who come, they do service and also create their fortune. So Karnataka is a play, is it not? He really likes to connect with something, and it's very beautiful. That Karnataka is a play, Natak is a play. So Karnataka would be number 1 in playing a part in the play. You must be saying Karnataka so many times. So when you say the word Natak, you must also be remembering the unlimited play. Must you not? So you have to claim number 1 in this unlimited play too. Is this firm? No, we have to claim number 1 in this unlimited play. Is this firm? I have to come in that number. I have to become that. So I think we'll stop here. Shanti. So maybe we'll just take a moment of silence. And in that 1 minute of silence, we can practice one time as well, incorporeal and angelic. And then we'll share. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Would you like to share something from today's Murli that touch your heart, or some other touching that you've received while hearing what Baba was saying? Who would like to share?
Om Shanti, sister.
Om Shanti.
Very nice, Murli. Thank you, Baba. Thank you, sister. What really touched my heart was actually while you were reading, and it said, do the drill and do it at least 12 times in the beginning.
Yeah.
And I was getting that message that, do it right away and focus on the feeling. Like one is to be in that angelic state, but
That's right.
But check yourself on what you're feeling as an angel.
Yes.
Because you'll feel as if you're looking at everything in a very loving yet very detached manner, because you're way above. You see everything in the mundane world in a very different light. And the feeling is of calmness, of joy, of grace. And like I got the message that focus on the feeling a lot and keep doing it. So I just thought I'd like to share that. Thank you, sister.
Thank you so much. Very beautiful, right? It's not about just stability. It's really feeling and being in that stage. It's about being the embodiment of that stage. Beautiful. Who else would like to share?
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Yes, like Baba says, become an authority of experience. Anubhav ki authority bano. So that's what it is all about. And then where Baba is saying nature is screaming. So nature also, one is outside nature and the other is our inner nature, which we call sanskars.
That's right.
So Baba is talking about sanskars, that he's included Maya also in it. That Maya also wishes to bid farewell, but she says, what can I do? Under the influence of their sanskars. So sometimes Bab Dada says that make your nature natural. So that's what we have to work upon, make our nature natural the way Baba wants us. And today he's focusing on this, practicing 12 times in corporeal and 12 times angelic form.
Yeah.
So that we feel light. So that any burden cannot pull us down. So he's just trying to, make us experience that you should feel light all the time. Like yesterday, Sunday, the Sunday, Brother Ram Prakash took the class and he made this very clear. Like how the bird is, the bones are very, very light, and you feel light, and then you keep flying only. And then you do everything very happily. Whatever you're doing, you don't feel tired. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. And yes, our own sanskaras is directly, that inside nature and outside, because how we treat ourselves is how we treat the nature as well. And we misuse the nature as well through our own nature. What if I have the nature of wasting the water or not being careful or paying attention? Then just through my own sanskaras, I'm also wasting the external nature. And that also is my karmic. And that's why, I do remember that the Prakash Mani, the Bog message when it came, and Baba mentioned that even the 5 elements, but they bow down when Dadi left the body. And, I think, I don't remember the exact words, but when she went to the subtle region, so even the nature bowed down to her because she really became the conqueror of that, the 5 elements, which is also the inner self. So yes, definitely. Who else would like to share? Sorry, at least I'm not able to hear you clearly. Not sure if it's just me or someone.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Am I audible? Om Shanti.
Yeah, yes, kind of. Yes, I can still hear you.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Yeah, you can share.
Om Shanti. Maybe there's some network issue. Oh, I just wanted to. I'm very sorry, Baba. Okay. Because I just joined. Like I didn't want to miss. I just joined. But at the same time, as Seema Ben said, make your. She was sharing, make your nature natural. So I just have a doubt. Like a few days back only, there was the same line where my Baba had said that let won't be any tension. So nature natural means it's all right. That because we don't we should not have artificial behavior, artificial nature. Let your nature be natural. But what does this mean? Attention natural. How to make our attention natural? What is exact?
I think it's very much like a check-in thing. That anytime anything happens, instead of delaying, that's how I understand it, right? Different people would have a different understanding, but that's my personal understanding that when I make my natural nature natural, it's very much that when something happens, sometimes we have this tendency to put things for later and then we do the check later, or sometimes we even don't do. But when there is this continuous habit of check, check, and change, then I know exactly that, okay, today this happened in this situation, so that I'm aware that what was really the cause of this problem, so that when it happens again, then immediately, you know, I had this, because I checked myself, then I know what happened, why it happened. So now next time I have the habit of putting the solution into practice. So it's every moment. It's like check, change. So then there is, and it's not the habit of being carelessness or delay. Yeah, that's how, and the laziness. And he also uses this word that even you should not have the tension. You have to pay attention, but you don't have to have the tension or worry that, I have to do this, I'm this much behind. But it's just being in that moment. Sometimes one of the class someone shared that what does churning mean? So churning is not just like I come up with a whole lot of few pages of writing and that's my churning. But whatever the points that Bab Dada has given so far for situations, and when those situations come, when I put that point of Bab Dada in that situation, which is the practical solution, I'm churning. That's simple. So yeah, I really think it's check and change that makes the nature natural. Is there anyone who would like to share or add on that?
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Today Baba suggested first 2 days before he had given us a homework of a homework of 15 days that to recognize Maya, the different forms of Maya, and be free from that, because we get the influence, we get under the influence of Maya, and we did not realize that. After realizing, it becomes very late. So he gave us the homework of 15 days of making such a practice natural that we are able to recognize Maya and immediately find out a solution for it. And today he has given us to perform a drill of 24 times, that is 12 times Nirakari and Akari of 12 times. So I would like to ask you what would be the special advantage of performing this drill?
The way I understand is because in few times Bab Dada has mentioned that what does this practice do is actually it helps us in putting a full stop. So this just becomes one of the practice. There are so many different practices, but Bab Dada always says that through this practice, it helps us in putting a full stop in a second, so that when any situation comes or the delicate times that's gonna come in front of us, when there will be upheaval in front of us, then this practice of immediately becoming an incorporeal will pull us from the current situation and help us in stabilizing ourselves in that stage. So there is this experience of just me and Baba. And that's why Baba says that there will be so many things happening here, but you will be with Baba. So, and this practice is directly connected to that. That's how I feel, that I won't be influenced by anything. And he also mentioned as well in this Murli about the angel, that when you practice being an angel, you are not influenced by the actions, right? So again, when I'm practicing being angelic stage during the whole day, then again, whatever is happening around me, or not just around me, but in my own, through my own sanskars, whatever is happening inside, that trigger won't influence my decision. That's how I think.
That means I'll be able to increase my willpower through this drill.
Yep.
Okay.
And also that immediate practice, right? Like when you, it's a very much I use when Baba says put a full stop in a second, it works like a brake. He says most of the times that when powerful car, the sign of that is a powerful brake. So in order for us to be powerful, we need to have powerful brake of putting a full stop. Whatever happened just a few seconds ago, full stop. And full stop is really that I'm not influenced, right? Because what our current, or like even if I check myself, then my past experience has an influence on my future actions, because I will think my sanskar, my way of thinking will be influenced from my past experience. But so if I don't want to be influenced from my past sanskars, then I will have to put a full stop, so that whatever the next moment, next action, it will be as a new.
Okay. Actually, sister, the time is changing so fast that today, at today's time, I'm not able to judge what is right and what is wrong. Everything is becoming. I'm feeling trapped. I'm actually feeling as I've been influenced by so much by Maya, that I'm being manipulated by the Maya. I am not making my own decisions. It's not me. Actually, this is the feeling I'm going through. So I just find out the solution within me, that is this happening all because of me, or actually I am affected by the vigna or obstacles which are coming on my way. So this I need to find a solution for this.
Yeah, and I think again there are so different. Everybody is different in how the whole gyan works. We can't say that this thing will work for this thing. Everybody have a different way and everybody has a different solution for that particular situation. But while you were just sharing that, just one of the practice, very simple. So like, we don't have to take tension, very easy, just pay attention. So maybe during Amrit Vela, you just bring your whole day in front of Bap Dada and say, this is the whole day's routine that's going to be like that. Things will come, but I want you to be with me and help me in making a decision, whatever is happening in that moment, or else during that particular hour or that particular moment also. Because when we have given something to Bap Dada as a reminder in the morning, when we tell Bap Dada that be with me, then even though during the day when we forget, he really becomes this child and kind of pull you and say, hey, I'm next to you. Do you remember that you told me in the morning? I had this experience that, it's like we give him the homework that make sure you are there with me during the day. So even though we forget, he makes the effort to remind that I'm here with you in your problem, in your whatever you are. And then in that moment, when you experience Bab Dada, ask him, just feel that he's just around you. Sometimes it's just hard to connect with him. Then just through Saka, Brahma Baba, from Bap and Dada, just feel him around you and see what would Bap Dada do in this situation. Or if first come simple solution that I always think that even if I can't think anything, just have some notes or Murli, Avyak Murli, and just pull that one Murli. And just wherever your eyes fall, read that line and follow that in your situation. And slowly, you will be able to see the difference.
Yes, sister. Actually, this has become automatic to me. Sometimes I just, it automatically, Murli comes in front of me, and that line, the same line which Baba was saying today, that comes today from any of the Murlis. So it's a direct answer.
That's
it's
right.
a help of Baba.
And then just think that that's the solution. You don't have to worry, then he's just there to do the work.
Okay, thank you, sister. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Anyone else would like to share?
Shanti Didi.
Om Shanti.
Can we do this practice today while meditating in the end? 1 second.
Yes, we're gonna do. Yes.
Thank you so
proper.
much. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, Sukumaran.
Everyone. Today, Baba told us, mentioned one double line and double underline point that Baba told whenever you just move little, the completion will move further. So this we have to feel every time that whatever Maya comes, whatever it may be, but I have to be in with Baba as a point. Like Baba told, we have to continue to practice 12 times Bindu Swarup, means with Baba, and 12 times angelic state. So we have to feel that it is my duty. I have to be check myself and change very fast. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. That's very true. And in the beginning, when we do this or when we practice these different stages, it's more like an intellectual way, because we had to go through that physical in and out of coming and going. But slowly, when he said that, when you keep doing this, it becomes continuous. So then it's not a matter of just an intellectual experience. It becomes like more like a experience or a feeling. It becomes a part of you.
Thank you, sister.
Thank you. Shanti. Anyone else would like to share, or we have a few minutes of meditation? All right, maybe.
I just
Yes.
would like to add one thing. When you
Yep,
were
sure.
speaking this, Baba comes with a mission that, you know, we have to do this. He comes with one mission only. He'll make us raise our hands, and until we say yes, he doesn't move forward. So it says, is it possible? It is possible. So I was remembering about the movie Mission Impossible. So he says, make your mission possible. So, and then also they say, impossible word only has, in itself, I am possible. So yes, everything is possible when we have determination. Om Shanti.
That's right. He just really awakens. When he comes, he really awakens our self-respect. That reminds us that who you are and what everything you think is possible. So definitely. All right. I guess then we have a minute of meditation and then we'll close. So let's practice what Bhavana has given us in homework. So out of the 24 times, we can at least pick one for now. So now we have 23 left to do then. All right, and because it's a practice of, immediately being in this stage, we'll not go into this whole aspect of living from this corporeal world and stars and moon. We just try to be directly there. So let me sit still and quiet as a soul, as a star of light sparkling in the forehead. I am the one who resides very, very close to Bab Dada in my sweet home. Remember the time when I, the soul, sat very close to Bab Dada in the sweet home of soul. Bab Dada and me. I was like a pearl in the garland around Bab Dada's neck. Like a diamond encased in Bab Dada's heart. I stabilize myself in my original form of a soul. Let me spend few seconds in this experience of me and Baba. And from that stage of being incorporeal, I come down in the subtle region and enter the costume of light that's there waiting for me. This is in my angelic costume. Father Brahma is also in his angelic costume. From there, I can see the whole world. And through my angelic form, I tour around the whole world, go to the places where people are suffering. Through my angelic presence, I give them the feeling, give them the ray of hope, and make them feel that there is someone there with them, who is guiding them, who is helping them, who is filling them with power. I lighten their burden. And I come back to my corporeal body. Om Shanti. A lovely day, everyone. Be with Bab Dada and keep practicing the two forms, two stages. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you, Dharti Ben. Thank you, family. And with this drill of today's homework, we practice that and meet tomorrow morning at 5:30 a.m.
Om Shanti.